Hi everyone, welcome to your Digital Kiwi. This is Martina. Welcome to this free training session about how to earn your first $5,000 a month. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself so you get to know me. And then of course, I'm sure you will get to know me in the coming videos, in the coming weeks, in the coming months. I'm really excited about it because I have a lot of things to share. So yes, I'm Martina. I'm an ex-digital director. But I'm also a proud mom and wife. I have a 2-year-old son, and whoever has a 2-year-old kids, whatever, son, girls, they know the struggle, the terrible two. Yes, I can confirm. I've been consulting really hundreds of global, local clients for more than 15 years. So I've been in marketing for a lot of time. I run campaigns in several languages from few dollars to really 7 digits. I prepare annual strategies, shared digital innovations, build successful teams. But at one point, I really got to stop and think. Because I was like, am I really happy about this? Am I really happy of what I'm doing? From jumping from one burnout to the other one, because that was essentially what my career has been until now. So last year, May 2023, I had to stop and think about my health. And because I really was doing the job of 6 people and I was very, very close to a burnout, like a serious one. So there is a mission behind what I do. So I help solopreneurs, mompreneurs, or individuals with an entrepreneurial mindset to go from being stuck in their 9-to-5 with a very poor management and a very stressful work environment, that are currently trading time for money, that are not really feeling well in that situation, to embrace a career shift. So to elevate their knowledge about digital products, to start the foundations of a successful and long-lasting digital product business, but most importantly, to gain back time with the loved ones. Because nowadays, this is so important. We're really connected 24 hours, 7 days a week. And at one point, we really need to stop and think, what is really important for me? Do I want to have my health back? Do I want to have more time with my family to spend? Because our life essentially is only one, and we need to treat it with dignity. So now it's been a year that I have more time for myself. I had to go through a very interior self-analysis. I've reached a very peaceful state of mind. I'm super happy about what I do. I have more time for myself. I can decide when I start to work, when I finish to work, or if I don't want to work at all for some days, that's also okay. And I really want you to reach this peace of mind, this state as well. So it's not impossible. It doesn't happen overnight. So that's why I'm here to help you. So in this training, I'm going to share with you the golden formula to earn your first $5,000 a month. And believe me, it's not so complicated. So I will show you the step-by-step to take. So it's easier for you to really follow one step at a time, implement it, follow one step at a time and implement it. As I said, it's not complicated, so everyone can do it. But of course, sales don't happen overnight, because otherwise it will be a world full of millionaires. Let's grab some pen and paper or just notes, whatever, on the laptop, whatever you're more comfortable with. And let's dive in. So the first step to reach your first $5,000 a month is definitely the market research and pick a niche. Well, it's not a surprise, but believe me, after consulting tons and tons of clients, this step is still underrated. And this is actually one of the most important steps, because otherwise you cannot get the right message, you cannot get to the right people, you cannot sell. And then many people complain because, guess what? You're not selling. Yeah, that's true. And but first, before I dive into this method, I want you to pay attention to what I put here, because what I want to highlight is the Kiwi method. This is what I always follow, and it's a proven method. I've consulted, as I said, many clients on this, and it always worked. So Kiwi method, what does it mean? K stands for knowledge gathering, and as I said, one part is about market research, pick a niche, etc. So the first I stands for ideation. So we're going to go through some steps about how to create your first product, how you can make the idea that you have in mind a little bit more clear to actually implement it. W stands for wireframing and prototyping, because we're actually going to create and prototype your first store that basically is super simple to set up, and that's where you can store your digital products. And the second I stands for implementation. But here as well, within this area, I will talk about how to bring more traffic to your store, because that's what you basically need. You need traffic, you need people, you need users to go to your store to eventually buy. So let's deep dive into the K. So here, this is a part of my course, the DPM course that I will explain a little bit more about later on. And this is just one part about how to do market research. I will just explain to you two tools that you can use. The first one is Google Search and Keyword Surfer, and the second one is Amazon. So first of all, how to use Keyword Surfer. Keyword Surfer is also a Chrome extension, and it helps you identify the most searched volume split per country, and it also gives you an indication of the average cost per click for potential Google Ads campaigns. So it's super, super important. I will show you exactly how it looks like. So this is what I typed in. So let's imagine that we are a yoga teacher and I want to start selling my yoga classes or my yoga ebook or my yoga guide. So whatever is a non-tangible product, so only digital products. So what I do is exactly here. So this is what I basically downloaded, the Keyword Surfer, and it's Keyword Surfer. This is how it looks like. Yeah, exactly. So, and then after you download it, then this part is going to appear. So you just type in yoga, online yoga classes, for example, and then here you can look for some suggestions, and then you compare one over the other one. So for example, here we are, I just put the United States, and then here you go, Keyword Surfer. Yes. So here it says that you can basically pick the country. So in the United States, we have 5,400 estimated monthly search volumes, and the average cost for Google Ads campaigns is around $9.85, which is quite expensive. So what I suggest here is to really compare different keyword and search terms, and to make a list of 10 with average cost. So from the most expensive ones to the least expensive. How can you find the least expensive? You can just use long tail keywords. For example, maybe this one, yoga, online yoga classes for beginners. It costs slightly less, exactly because it's a long tail keyword, so it's longer. Less people, less users are actually searching for it, but it doesn't mean that it's not as important as the first one. It just gives you the right balance. Yoga for beginners YouTube, for example, this is another one, NA, so we don't have so much search volume. Yoga for beginners weight loss, this is also maybe an interesting topic. And here, as you can see, the search volume goes down, but at the same time the price goes down. And this is also another important keyword that you can look at. Exactly. And then here it gives you as well an estimation of the volume. It gives you also, you have 34 pages here, which is great. You can just deep dive and then really make a list of the most relevant keywords for yourself. But at least it gives you like an indication of the search volume, which is so important, especially at the beginning when you do the market research analysis. Exactly. And then here you can also deep dive into the YouTube videos and check how it looks like. However, I would just recommend to just stick to the search volume per month. Then another really important thing that you can do as market research, you go to Amazon.com. On Amazon.com, maybe you can just type in yoga guides. Dismiss. You can just type in yoga guides, and then you write down the top 10 yoga guides that appear here. You just write down for example, the title, and also a very nice important things to do. By the way, I don't recommend to use the sponsor ones. I just recommend you to start from the free ones. For example, this one, it says Yoga Guide for Beginners, 101 poses and sequences for strength, flexibility, and mindfulness. I just go here. I can see here I have 491 ratings, 4.5, which is great. And then I just go to the ratings, because this is what I want to see. And here, exactly, top reviews. And then here I just start to read some reviews. For example, not for beginners, but I give you 5 stars, so that's a little bit contradictory. Easy to understand and follow, great book, gentle introduction. So maybe this is also important for the users to have a gentle introduction, easy for a couch potato to get started. So this is what they're looking for. Good, but not for beginner. Excellent how-to for all levels, blah, blah, blah. And then you note down the top 10, but at the same time, you just go to the worst reviews. Exactly, great. If you're into these sort of things, this seems very difficult. I will stick with meditation. This is not what I would consider to be for beginners. So this is actually bothering some people, because if you state that it's a guide for beginners, then it needs to be for beginners, Please don't use this book. My first instinct with this book was that it was garbage. The pose on the front cover will lead you to injury if repeated. So just note down exactly maybe the first 5 most relevant negative reviews, and then we will help you to avoid certain topics, but at the same time to make it better, and to add the information that people are actually looking for. Then what you can also do to get some inspiration is to read some sample, and let's see what we get. Exactly what I wanted. So for the first 10 guides that you get on Amazon, make sure to check the contents. Make sure you go through this and check how it's structured, what kind of yoga poses they're going to propose, what kind of yoga poses for the neck. So it's also structured based on warming up, based on the body parts, so the neck, arm, wrist, and shoulders, for the chest, etc. And this gives you an indication on how to structure your potential guide, your potential PDF, your potential ebook. So make sure you really note down all of this, because this is pure gold that you can find already online. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel, you just need to act smartly and wisely. So make sure to take all the information, all the materials that you can find already online, and then make a proper analysis. So this is how I would start to do some very important market research. As step number 2, it would be going through some ideas for niching down. Why it's important to niche down? And I will never be tired to repeat these. Because if you want to target a broad audience, then you get lost. You get lost in the messaging, because you're just targeting a too general topic for too many general people that are not in the same point A that your ideal target audience needs to be. Because if they are in point A plus 1, is not going to be your ideal client, and then they're not going to buy. So it's super important to niche down as much as you can, and then to address them with the right message. How can you do it? So I will show you as well another part, really an extract of the course that I'm holding. And here I'm just talking about yoga teacher as well. And this is just an example. So if you're a yoga teacher, you want to build an online course, you might want to target either beginners or advanced yogis. You might want to focus on Vinyasa or Hatha or Ashtanga or restorative yoga, or whatever you are mastering. which implies to identify a different niche per offering. Different niche per offering. Also, if you have identified that your niche is trying to accomplish some functional and emotional jobs, because they want to achieve more flexibility, they want to improve back and neck pain, and they want to feel overall better. So what does it mean, these emotional and functional jobs? So in this part of this course, I reference to the jobs to be done theory from Clayton Christensen. And Clayton Christensen, he was a professor at Harvard University, and he was teaching disruptive strategies and also many other courses. And basically this is so important because when you niche down, you also not just need to identify your ideal client, but you also need to identify what is the jobs to be done, what is the jobs to be accomplished from your product that reaches your client. What is the emotional jobs? How can you link your products in an emotional way with your target audience? What is the social jobs to be done? For example, if I'm a yoga teacher and I teach pregnant women, the social jobs, the functional for sure, let's start from the functional jobs to be done with my course or my ebook or whatever, is to teach them some pain relieving poses, because in preparation for the delivery. The social would be, for example, to create a community of pregnant women that are going to give birth, for example, in the same months. So they share the journey, they share some difficulties, they share some tips among themselves. And the last one is emotional, because for sure pregnant women, if it's the first child, they're going to be scared, they have some fears, they need to be reassured. And this is what you can do in your yoga course, not just by teaching poses and that's it. No, you need to really take your clients by the hand, understand their pain points, and then take them from point zero to point hero. And this is what I mean by the jobs to be done of the product in respect to where the ideal client is. And for example, you need to have these questions clear in mind. What are you focusing your offering on? What are the pain points of your niche? What are your challenges of your niche? What are the needs of your niche? What are the jobs to be done that your product is solving? How can you communicate a clear message to your niche and position as the expert in the market? And you can take these questions as well and put them in ChatGPT, because of course, when you need to go through this market research phase, it's so important to get some external help. So why not? So just take these questions and then make sure you substitute your niche with basically actually your niche. So you will get more clear prompts to ChatGPT, and then the results will be more and more precise. This is super important because it can save you a lot of time, but at the same time you can focus your resources and your efforts and your energies on different parts of this analysis. Exactly, so this is what I will start with, exactly, the first 2 points. Then let's jump to the create your product. So to create your product, your digital products, I can get you some ideas as well. So for example, we can go here and use Etsy Hunt. And Etsy Hunt, it takes into consideration whatever you find on Etsy in terms of digital products. For example, if you're selling a yoga ebook or a yoga guide, we can just put yoga guide and type in search. Here, for example, as well, it gives you the price in US dollars. You can also put here the countries. So you can, the filters are quite nice to implement, and also labels. You can just check if it's an Etsy pick, so picked by the experts at Etsy, or a bestseller, so the item with the highest sales volume. You can also pick the last 30 days, 180, 1 year, all the time. For reference, I just put all the time because it's easier. And then here you can see exactly all the products that pop up. The last 7 days sales, numbers of sales, total reviews. And then here I would highly recommend to maybe check the first 10, go to the total reviews and then read what the customers are actually saying. It's nice to see, it gives you an idea of the prices of the competition, but don't be too scared, because I'm not a big fan of selling a $2.5 digital product, because if you have specific goals per month, it's very difficult to reach it, and then it will take ages unless you sell 20,000 of this. So just it gives you an idea, but really don't bother too much about the competition, because at the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to sell on Etsy, and then it will be super over competitive as a marketplace, or you can have your own store. I'm a big fan of having my own store, because I can take 98% of the profits. I don't need to pay too many fees. What I earn is basically mine, and I don't need to share it with other marketplaces. Exactly. So this is really a good exercise to do. As I said, take the first 10, go through the reviews and mark them down, and then try to understand what people are saying about these products. Then the second point, which is also super helpful, I prepared for you 100 and plus digital products ideas across 11 niches to kick off your digital product business. And then here is the content. The niche that I focused on is health and wellness, education and e-learning, business and finance, arts and creatives, stay-at-home moms, schools and teachers, photographers, fitness lovers, do-it-yourself, travels, and mindfulness. And yes, I can give you the guide. You can just DM me, or I can also put you a link below, so it's easier for you to download it. And then here, exactly, you can just deep dive into this, so in case you just need some reference or some ideas. Exactly. And then W is wireframing and prototyping. So I was asked many times if you can start selling digital products with no website, and the answer is yes, you can. So you don't need to have a Shopify store like we do. You just need to have, for example, a Stan store. I've been using Stan for so long. I knew it already before, and it's so handy. I can show you exactly how it works. So this is just an example, like a mock-up of, for example, your digital kiwi. And here you can put as many products as you wish. For example, here, if you have a Shopify, in this case, you can also put a link to the Shopify with a discount code. If you're offering some coaching session, you can put a free one-to-one discovery call with a link to the calendar. If you're selling digital products, you can also put here as a reference digital products, or if you're having like an opt-in page or an opt-in product, to collect email addresses, then you can also put it here. So this is just a very super nice example, and but I want to show you a little bit more into details. So for example, here you go to my store, and you go to add product, and here it makes you choose what kind of product you want to offer. For example, if it's a digital product, which is, in our case, is actually what it is. If it's a PDF, a guide, a template, an ebook, or whatever, you click here. If you want to offer a one-to-one call, then you click here. Or if you have an external URL or an affiliate link, is also possible just to put the link. But let me show you here. For example, digital product. This is how it looks like. You can just choose another image. For example, this one, whatever. Yeah, here. So it looks nicer, and then add text, which goes here. Then you put also the subtitle, which goes here, and the call to action button. So for example, grab now, no, maybe we can put yoga exercises for pregnant women, and then subtitle we can put don't feel alone in this journey, we're here to help, something like this, and then here download the guide now, something like that. Okay, then we can just save it, and it goes here, and it's into draft mode, of course, because I'm not going to publish it. And then we go to the checkout page. Checkout page, this is how it looks like. Okay, you can just personalize a little bit what it's in the guide, the price as well, if you want to give it for free, if it's a lead magnet, or you want the users to pay just a very small price. And then here, get my guide. So choose image, we can just choose the same one, for example, to make it easy. Of course, it's not related to yoga, but I would just put it something maybe related to yoga. Get my, we can put get my guide now, and then here you can just put this guide will teach you, this guide will teach you everything you need to achieve your goals, and this guide is for you if you're looking to achieve your dreams, find meaning, be happy. And then also I will put down into bullet points exactly the chapters or the exercises that I'm going to give you. Button title, get my guide. Call to action is purchase, exactly. And then collect the info, very important, just leave the name, email address, because this is what you need in order to grow your email list. And if you want to add maybe a field or a multiple choice or a text, then you're free to add it. Exactly, and then here you set the price. You can also put it for free, so exactly, free. And then a purchase. Then, super important, how, because the question is, how can I sell my digital products if I don't have like a website? You know, what should I link it to? And guess what? What you can do here is, for example, you can upload the files already from here. So when they purchase it, they will get the files, or redirect to a URL. What you can do is you can save your products, this is just an example, on your Google Drive, okay, and I show you the starter pack, what you get in the starter pack here, and then you go here, sharing options, general access, any, not restricted, because I think it's restricted by default, but you click anyone with the link, you put viewer, okay, and you click done. Voila, then you can go back here, copy link, and then you go back to your Stan store and you just put it here. So it means that every time they purchase it, they're linked to this Google Drive folder, anyone with the link, and then they can just download the option, the guides, the PDFs, whatever you have. Yeah, here you can put your name. And then you publish it. I'm not going to do it, but then you publish it. And that's super easy. Then if you click on options, you have also other options. For example, if you have some reviews, you can add some customer reviews, email flows. You can also add an email flow. So whoever purchased this guide, then please make sure they do also the next action. You can, I'm not sure if it's a paid version, exactly, you need to upgrade to Creator Pro, so it's up to you if you want to create the email flows within Stan Store, which is great, so but you need to pay for to upgrade, or if you use already another email provider, then it's also fine. For example, if you use Zapier, so Zapier, voila. Okay, of course there is a problem as always. Okay, here you go. So you can use Zapier and you can say every time a customer purchases from Stan Store, send it to MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, which are two other email providers. And in that case, you're growing the email addresses only in one platform, which is great. And also Zapier, you can do some zaps I think they're going to be free. There is going to be a free version. It's very limiting, but if you're at the beginning, that's super nice. I mean, you don't need like an overcomplicated machine to make it run. But let's go back here. Exactly. And what else do we have? Order bump. Here you need to upgrade, so we don't want to do it. Affiliate link as well. Promo video. So if you want to create a promotional video, it will appear exactly here before getting the guide. You're more than welcome to do it because it attracts the customers in an easy way. This is the confirmation email. So your order from that's my username. So your digital kiwi is here. Hi customer, thank you for ordering. So don't really delete these because they're already prompted in. And then here's your order, product files, and that's it. And email integration, here you go. You can just connect MailChimp if you're using MailChimp, but if you don't like it, then as I said, you can just link it to ActiveCampaign. And here you go. The last part that I wanted to show you. So if you just don't want to do, if you just don't want to sell a digital product, but you want to do like a consultancy call or whatever, you just do add product, coaching call. Exactly. Thumbnail, again, let's just put this one. Let's dream a little bit. Exactly. And then you can put one-to-one discovery call, for example. Book a private coaching session with me, and then book a call with me. Just put whatever you want. By the way, pick a style. You can also make it like this with the call out, which I like, or the preview. Basically, you can visualize the month already, but I like the call out. Checkout page, again, here you can just change it, put it more yogi style, whatever. And it's a free call, so we put 0 as a price, collect info, very important email address, and availability. So here basically, super important, if you have a Zoom account, you can connect your Zoom or Google Meet by selecting them here and then go into Zoom and in Google Meet and allow stand store. Super easy. You just select the time zone. I'm based in Switzerland, so I just leave Europe, Zurich. Duration as well. If it's a 30 minutes call, just put 30 minutes. What I suggest, because I think Zoom and also Google Meet, at 30 minutes sharp, they just disconnect the call. So if you're just into some very nice conversation, then bye-bye, customer. So in that case, I would highly suggest you to put 45 minutes. That's also okay, but then the call can also last 30 minutes. Max attendees, only one, because you only want to do a one-to-one call. And prevent booking within X hours of current time. I normally leave 12. Again, here, I just leave a break between meetings, because if you have multiple bookings, you don't want to jump straight away from one call to the other one. You want to have, for example, 15 minutes before as a break and also 15 minutes after. So you just don't overlap. Exactly. And then here you can just select available times. On Monday, when are you available? On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, blah, 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 blah. And you can also block off specific dates. For example, I don't want to get any calls on Thursday at 11. Voila. No, Thursday and Friday, because I'm going to be on a yoga workshop. So from 11 to 12:30, I don't want to have any calls. Exactly. And then you just save it as a draft. You just visualize it. Maybe you also do some test conversion just to understand that everything flows nicely, and you publish. Options, same as before, ad reviews, email flows, promotional videos, very important if you like it. Confirmation emails, it will be your digital keywords and the customer name. Free one-to-one discovery call. And this is just a reminder that it goes out. And then you publish it, and here you go, you have your store. Exactly. So then we're here. Last point is part of the implementation, because this is how I really like to visualize it, and it's bring traffic to your store, because you need traffic to your store in order to sell. What I really suggest you is to focus only on one platform at a time, because it takes time to create very nice and compelling videos, very nice and compelling content, very nice things. So if you just focus on 2,000 platforms, that you're not going to do it unless you follow this trick. So, for example, if I go to my Instagram, I'm still optimizing the page, of course. However, I want to keep this one as my primary source. What does it mean? So I create content here. I create the stories here. I create the reels here. I create the carousels, the posts, etc. And then whatever I'm going to use on TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, I forgot to put it here, YouTube, just to show you quickly, of course, and your channel, of course. So as you can see here, this is not my primary source. This is not my primary channel yet. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to develop it, okay? But, for example, I have 0 videos so far, but I have only shorts. All the shorts that I create, I upload them to YouTube, okay? Same for Pinterest. Pinterest, here, all the content that I have is created from Instagram. Same for TikTok, okay? TikTok, all the content that I create is made in Instagram. Okay, so how can you do that? It's super important. I highly recommend to use repurpose.io. It's also okay to repurpose your content. You can select when to be repurposed, meaning if I create now a content on Instagram, a Reels on Instagram, I can repurpose it tomorrow. Or I can repurpose it straight away to Facebook, to TikTok, Pinterest. So what does it mean? First of all, you need to create a workflow. So you need to say, I take the Instagram Reels and I want to repurpose them to TikTok. I take the Instagram Reels, because it, as I said, is my main source, and I repurpose them to YouTube Shorts, Reels to Pinterest, Reels to Facebook Reels, etc., etc. Okay, so you can create a new workflow. You need to link. Now it's created for myself, so I cannot really show you, but in the second stage, it will ask you to link a source, meaning you need to link your Facebook account to repurpose, to your Pinterest account to repurpose, and all the accounts where you want to be present on. Okay, I can show you, drive to TikTok, and then here you can select, no, not drive to TikTok. Let's do Instagram to TikTok. Instagram. Exactly, and then here's my my account. I can only do Reels, and then next, upload a video, next, and then you select the destination, which is TikTok. Et voila, and done. And then you created the new workflow. And here, after the workflow, you go to that's the other way around, sorry. So in the connection, you add a new connection, and then you create your source. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, okay? And then you create the workflow. So this is the other way around. Apologies for that. Exactly. And then here I can show you. You can see the you can also do, by the way, publish mode automatic. So it doesn't mean that you don't need to upload it manually, but you just need to let the platform do the job and then automatically automate this process. And let's go to here, shorts, exactly. And then here you see the status, publish, publish, publish. So it means that it takes the reels from my Instagram and then it uploads them to YouTube. And voila, as easy as it sounds. And then by doing that, of course, as I said, it takes some time to get traffic, to get it going, to make sure that the wheel is spinning, sales don't happen overnight. You need to follow a specific method with specific steps. Here I just show you the tip of the iceberg, believe me, but I really hope I gave you some very useful information that you can implement straight away, because it's so important to start today. Don't procrastinate, because otherwise it will take you so long, and then in 6 months then you're just turning back and you're like, oh, why I haven't started 6 months ago. But then if you start today, then you get all the basic, all the foundations, everything implemented, and then it will grow. It will only grow from now. Okay, so that's very, very important. So this is your step 1. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you can follow these steps to implement these steps to basically make sure to start straight away. The second step that I prepared already for you is called the starter pack. What is the starter pack? The starter pack includes the Digital Product Seller Guide. What is it? It's basically a more detailed guide with quite a lot of exercises to make sure that you follow specific steps to get started. It's like a complementary guide to what you just seen today. So you're not going to find exactly the same information. You will find different kind of exercises to really make sure that you implement everything properly. Then what you find in the starter pack is some Pinterest templates that are going to be super useful for your Pinterest account if you want to create it. Then what you're going to find are 2 PLR products. What are PLR products? They are products with private label rights. It means that after you purchase them, and you can find them on your digitalkiwi.com, you purchase as well the license. You just need to edit the link in Canva, and then basically maybe you can just rebrand it with your own guidelines, etc., and then you can resell it straight away. So I made already a lot of products for you that you can sell in minutes, and you can sell today. And I gave you 2 products with more than 100 pages, which is like a lot. And you will also get some bonuses in this starter pack. So it's a lot of information. It comes really with a very, very special offer. It's super, super small with all the information that information and also tools that you get. And then this is going to be your second step, complementary to what I just said. It's not like a repetition, because nobody wants repetition. And then to really make sure to get your store, and then, straight up, super ready to launch today. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the second step. Bye.